It's a little shoulder opening exercise to begin with, which we've done before, but not for ages. So maybe some of you won't have done it with me. If you have a bolster, bring it across your mat like this, and that's going to go under your ribs. If you don't have a bolster, put 2 blocks across your mat and then put a couple of cushions or a folded blanket on top of that just to soften it. Now, you can also use like a big rolled up beach towel or something like that, something just to sit in there under the ribs. Then we need a couple of cushions for the head. We're going to come on to our side, doesn't matter which side, and you'll put your bolster, I'm going to call it a bolster, even if you fashioned it out of something else. You're going to put that under your ribs, your waist. Your hips are on the ground and your shoulder is on the ground, the other side of your bolster. Bring in your cushions then for your head. Again, maybe, some books or a block under a cushion will help, depending how many you have. But what you're looking for here is like a long straight line through the spine. Bring the knees forwards in front of your hips. Bring your feet right below your knees so you have a right angle there. Now extend the bottom arm just straight out in front of you. Rest your head and see if this feels comfortable. We'll stack the 2 hands together. So the idea of all the props is that if we didn't have that, the head would be hanging down, the waist would sink down, and the spine would take on a very curved shape. All we've done here is keep it straight. So bring your hands together, relax, breathe in, and slide the top hand forwards. Keep the arm straight. Breathe out and slide it back towards you as much as you can without rolling your body. So just the arm slides forwards, hand sliding over the other hand. Breathe out, pull it back, keep the arm straight. So the movement comes into your shoulder. Do that one more time. It's very subtle. We're sliding forwards, arm straight, exhale, pull it back. Good, now the next movement, we lift the top hand up and we don't change anything else. We just breathe in, lift the arm, and then breathe out and let it just hang on back behind you. Feel that through your shoulder. Now stay there, take a breath in. And then breathe out, bring it all the way over and down. 2 more times, everything for 3 rounds. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, hang the arm back. Feel it get heavy, feel the stretch across the shoulder and take a breath into that. Breathe out, gently bring it over and down. And one more time. So when you know what you're doing, like you do now, you can let the eyes close. Let's go into the feeling. Take a deep breath into the opening here. And then bring the arm over and down, and then we change. Next movement, we circle the arm. So you take your fingertips along the ground over your head. Now they lift off the floor, and at some stage the elbow will bend as we bring the arm around all the way behind us, all the way around, drawing a full circle. Keep going. So inhale through half the circle, exhale through the other half, and just feel into your shoulder. Go one more time in that same direction. Go as slow as you like. Love that movement. So good for all the muscles around the shoulder blade. Now head around the other direction and see how this feels. Again, just go really easy. Notice the places where the tension is held. And feel free to bend the elbow when you need to as well. So nothing is a struggle or a strain. One more time. Notice how this slows your breath as well. And when the arm comes around and down, the palms meet, we're going to lift the top hand straight up towards your ceiling. And this time, look at the hand as it goes and open it back behind you for a little twist. You might adjust your cushions, make sure your head is still supported. And now stay in this open twist. Breathing here, letting the arm just kind of hang in the space there. Take one more breath. Let gravity draw you deeper, relax into it. And bring it up and over. Back to where we began. Good. Now push down with that top hand to lift yourself up. And we're just going to turn ourselves over to the other side. So even if it means if you're back to the video, it doesn't matter. You know what you're doing, and I'll talk you through it. So set yourself up with your shoulder on the ground between the bolster and the cushions, the neck and the head in line, knees right out in front of your hips and the feet directly below, 90-degree angle, palms together. Breathe in, slide the top palm forwards, and then breathe out, slide it back. So if you don't bend the elbow, you'll feel this movement coming through the shoulder. One more time. And now breathe in and lift the top hand up to the ceiling. Don't look at it, just let it hang back behind you as you exhale. Stay here, breathe in. Breathe out, bring it up and over and down to the other palm. So 2 more like that. Inhale to lift the arm. Exhale, dropping it back behind you. Don't roll over or twist or anything, just the arm there. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, bring it over and down. And one more of those. Don't rush it. Breathe into that opening. And then back down. Now, a full circle. The fingers along the floor, over your head, round behind. A softening in the elbow, I think, is really helpful here so it doesn't stress your shoulder. Keep going. 2 more full rounds. And then I'm going to bring it around the other way. So breathing in again through half the circle. Breathing out as you complete the circle. Let this be your own rhythm. Slow your breath right down. Give yourself time to really feel into the spaces in around the shoulder. And when eventually the hands come together again, we breathe in and lift the top hand, this time turning the head with it. Open out into that twist. So stay here and breathe. With every exhalation, let the weight of the body soften deeper with gravity into the twist. One more breath. And bring it up and over, back to where you began. And we're going to shift ourselves just a little bit more towards the edge of the mat. So move forward a little bit, because now we're going to breathe in, lift the top hand and roll over with it onto the back, opening the arms out wide and spreading the upper back across the bolster. The shoulders come into that space between the bolster and cushions. Release here. You could even stretch the legs out long. Now breathe. How does this feel? If you want to adjust what's under your head, maybe it's too high now. Maybe take out a cushion. So this can feel really good as well, just on its own, this particular position. If you roll up a big beach towel, put it along your mat, just kind of under the bra strap, put a little cushion under your head, and it'll really open that upper back where we hold so much tightness. Let's take one more breath here. And then bend the knees And let's roll ourselves over to either side, whatever works for you. And then push down in the top hand to come up. Good. And then we'll clear all these props off the mat. We're going to bring ourselves to our hands and knees when you're ready. And when we do, when we get there, we'll move through cat and cow. Breathe in, open through the front body. Breathe out, round in, cat pose. Let's do that a couple of times. And as we've been doing the last while, as you breathe in, you could curl your toes under. And as you breathe out, point the toes back and press on the front of your feet and really activate the core, drawing the navel, the lower belly right into the spine. So cow pose has the toes tucked under, and then cat pose. Point the toes back and really give the feet a little bit of purpose. One more time with that. And then breathing in, open up into that cow pose one more time. As we breathe out, just lift the right hand and slide the palm on through, the palm facing up past the left wrist so that we come to our kneeling twist. Now, when you get into that twist, anchor the left hand down and give a little push with that hand. Lean into the right ribs. Now send the breath there into that space. On the next inhale, pull the arm out of there and twist to the right. So lifting the arm up to the sky. Then bring it on down, exhale, and just slide the other hand through. Remember with this one, if it doesn't feel good to go right down, you don't have to. You can keep the shoulder off the earth. Bring the head, the shoulder right down if you can, and it's comfortable. Now push a little bit with your right hand. Anchor the hips over the heels. Lean a little bit to the left. One more breath. As you breathe in, take the arm out of there and all the way up to the sky, twisting open. Then bring it on down, bring the hands out ahead of you. Breathe in, crawl back a little bit. Breathe out, bow in anahatasana. Just feeling again that release through your shoulders. Now come forwards on your forearms. Let's lift our knees and breathe out. Find plank here on the forearms. Take a breath in. Long breath out. Hold that strong, steady core. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let the legs come on down. Upward puppy now. Inhale. Open through the heart. Now, as we exhale, stay here and just let the head come on down. Roll the head over towards one shoulder. Notice how your neck is doing. Roll it around and down. Keep going with the breath through to the other side. Around and down. And then we'll lift the head, crown of the head to the sky. Breathe in. It's almost like you feel like you're dragging the arms towards you. Then come on down. Bring the hands down under your shoulders. Now roll your shoulders back, hug the elbows in, rising cobra. And then push down to lift up and back to child's pose. And here, drag the arms back along the mat towards you. Sit back on your heels, hands to your legs. Now bring your left hand on the ground behind you and sweep the right arm around in front of you. Push into that left hand, lift your hips a little. Reach through the right. Good. Now circle the right arm forwards as you sit down and switch sides. Right hand comes to the earth, left hand around. We breathe in, lift the hips, and then circle it back. Sit down, dive into child's pose. Now come forwards through cat. Breathe in. Separate the feet. Breathe out. Lift the head, lift the sacrum, and head into downward dog. So give yourself a little bit more space between the hands and the feet and settle in. And take a breath. Long breath out. Relax the neck, the jaw, the face. And stay with your downward dog for the next couple of breaths. Just go into the breath. Longer exhale. Lovely. Feel how good that is for your head, your sinuses, speaking of sinuses. And the brain. Sending the blood to the brain. One more breath. Soften any of that tension you might be holding in your face. Walk your hands down your mat towards you, shifting the weight into the feet. Breathe in, slide the hands up over the shins, look ahead. Breathe out, bend the knees, fold in over the legs, take the hands around behind you and interlace your fingers. And stay here nice and gentle, or go ahead a little bit deeper. Lift the hands up and off the back, stretching into the fingers. Drink the breath in through the nose. Out through the nose or mouth, relax the neck. Drop the hands, bend the knees, breathe in, chair pose. Lifting arms to the sky. Breathe out, push through the feet, come all the way up, take the arms wide, around. Bring them to meet at the heart center. And feel all that energy flow from the head back down to the feet, grounding. Breathe in and take the hands up the midline, reach up to the sky. Take the arms wide and dive in, open heart. Uttanasana, hands to the earth. Breathe in, slide the hands up the shins, look ahead of you. Breathe out, walk it on out on the hands, find downward dog. Now again, be generous with your distance between hands and feet. Feel the heels at least hovering off the floor. Bring your feet together. Breathe in and lift the right leg. We're going to bend the knee, breathe out. And breathe in. Can you go higher with your knee and hang the heel over to the left, open the hip a little bit. Then breathe out and take the foot through between your hands. Now you can use blocks if you like, or just fingertips on the floor, but let's breathe in and gather in, coiling, lift your hips high. Then breathe out, bend the knee, go deeper into this lunge. Let's do that again. So on our inhale, we're rounding back, we're pulling the hips up, maybe even straightening the front leg. Then breathing out, 4 directions of lunge. So keep the back leg lifting and buoyant here if you can. One more time, inhale. Exhale, the hips descend and we just gently lift through the back leg, through the back of the knee. Now, put the back foot on the floor, get the heel down, keep that long stance and breathe in, come up, warrior 1. Now breathe out and bend the elbows wide, or cactus shape, elbows on shelves. Breathe in, gather it up to the sky. Breathe out, bend it, open through the chest. Again, one more, inhale. Exhale. Now let the hands come down, interlace them behind. Take a big breath in, draw the arms back, shoulders back. Now bow forwards, humble warrior. Bowing in, let the head drop, let the hands rise. Bend the knee deeply, take a breath. Swing the tailbone in to point it towards the back heel, breathe out. Deep breath in, let go back up to warrior 1. Deep bend in the front knee, we rise. Breathe out, open the arms wide and let them interlace again behind. One more time, stay here and just pull the heels of the hands towards each other. Breathe in. And breathe out, let it go, hands to the earth. Inhale, come back into downward dog. Settle here, exhale. Into your knees or to plank, breathe in. Breathe out, lower down, all the way to the earth. Deep inhale, cobra. Now pull back on your knees to child's pose. Drag the hands down the mat towards you. Sit on your heels, rest the hands on the legs. That's your inhale. And then exhale, put the left hand on the ground behind. Big inhale now, right arm comes around and we push into the hand, lift the hips forwards and up. Sit down as you exhale and swing the arms round the other way, circle them. Big inhale, root through the right hand, lift the hips, reach through the left. Exhale, come around and dive into child's pose. Inhale, cat pose, rising. Exhale, through cow pose to downward dog. Bring the feet together. Breathe in, lift the left leg up, keep it up, and exhale, bend the knee. Send the knee even higher. Inhale, heel over to the right, open the hip, and then exhale, bring the foot through to our lunge. Hands on blocks if you like. You can breathe in, gather up, rounding the back, lifting the hips. Exhale, go deeper towards the earth and feel the heart and the head lift. Inhale, gathering, rising, coiling in. Exhale, feel the equal opposite movements. There's downwards, there's upwards. One more time, inhale, slow your breath. Exhale, extending forwards and extending back. Now let's just bring that back foot to the floor, the heel down. Don't shorten the stance too much and just rise on up. Inhale, warrior one. Now exhale, bend the arms. Gather it up, inhale. Exhale, bend the arms, open the heart. One more, inhale. Exhale. Now let the hands come all the way down behind. Interlace the fingers, big breath in. Humble warrior. Breathe out, bow. Letting the hands rise. Drop the head so you're looking at the back foot. Breathe in and turn the tailbone towards the back heel. Stay here, breathe out, go deeper. Now let it go back up. Inhale, warrior one to the sky. Now open the arms wide. Exhale, the interlace behind. Pull the heels of the hands together, really open across the chest. And bring the hands down, exhale. Inhale, downward dog. Settle in, exhale. Forwards on hands and knees or into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Rising cobra. Inhale. And pull it back. So we exhale all the way back to child's pose. Drag the hands towards you. Bring them to your legs. Bring that left hand to the ground behind. Now inhale. Rise up, hips forwards, opening, a little like camel pose. Exhale, sit. Round the other way. Deep inhale. Rise and open up. Exhale, bring it around. Dive on in, child's pose. Inhale, rise through cat. Back through cow to downward dog. Settle in, breathing here. Long exhale. Walk the feet halfway up the mat. Take them nice and wide, turn the toes out. Breathe in, lift the heart, lift the head. We'll come towards our squat. Grab a couple of blocks if you like to sit on here, hands together, or we can just keep those hips high, elbows inside the knees. Take a breath in. Breathe out, ease on in. A little bit deeper. So we'll take about 2 more breaths. Just give the hips a chance. Now bring the hands to the earth, bring the hips to the sky. Breathe in, we'll just straighten up our feet. If you've any blocks there, reach through, move them off your mat. Bow on in. Let's hang here now in Uttanasana. Hold the elbows. Draw them forwards and down, framing your head. Long breath in. Long breath out. Let the hands drop. Breathe in, we'll lift halfway, just look ahead. And make your way on down to sit. Stretch the legs out ahead of you. Come up about halfway up the mat, so you have loads of room to lie down. Take a breath in, arms out ahead. Roll it down slowly now. Arms overhead, big stretch. Inhale. Exhale and gather the right knee up into the body. So we're going to come into a twist. We're going to come right over onto the left side. So all the way over with that right leg bent. Come right over and tuck the outside of the left hip in underneath you. So you're right on the side of that leg. Extend the left arm in front. Now lift the right arm up to the sky and open into your twist here. You could put a cushion under your head if you like, or just head on the earth. Roll open from there. Let's put that left hand on the outside of the right leg. Now breathe and feel the release across the upper back, rib cage and chest. From here, come back to your side for a moment and then onto your back. Straighten yourself up. Draw the right knee in. Now pull the left knee in, extend the right leg away. So it's a twist that we do a lot. We're just coming into it a little bit differently. Roll yourself right over onto your right side. Really tucking the outside of the right hip in underneath you. So you're on your side with the left knee bent. Now lift the left arm up, over and back behind. Maybe a hand there, right hand on the left leg. But feel that you're still on the outside edge of the right leg. And then we wind the upper body open. Right, another breath. Come back onto your side for a moment, breathe in. Just roll to your side and then back onto your back. Straighten yourself up. Draw the left knee in, draw the right knee in as well. And then reach through between your knees to grab your ankles or feet, have a little rock, and maybe lift the feet, happy baby. Now, if you're a little pushed for time from here, just extend it all out on the earth, simple, straightforward Savasana for 10 breaths. If you've got more time, we're going to roll to our side. We're going to gather all our warm stuff, our bolsters, our cushions, and bring ourselves on to the back, supported Savasana. Get cozy. Make any adjustments you need to make. Savasana, like any other pose, it takes practice and we get better at it. Finding the right place. Symmetry is really important here. So scan your body and feel that the arms are the same distance from the body on both sides. Each hand is doing the same thing. That the legs are supported, but they're equidistant from the midline of your body. Feel both feet doing the same thing. Feel that the hips are settled in the middle, directly beneath the crown of your head. Your shoulders can roll back. Can you feel the lengthening of the back of your neck? And the position of the head, I'm starting to think is one of the most important things in terms of getting relaxed. I mean, if you think about how hard it is to sleep in an airplane or like in a chair, your head is not supported. If we can find comfort through the head and the neck, the body will follow. So feel now that you've enough support under your head. The back of your neck is long, your throat is just nice and relaxed, it's soft, you can swallow. And that the head isn't turned to one side or the other. Drop the weight of your head into that cushion. Feel the softening of your face. Letting go of the doing in your head. Move into the state of feeling. Feel the neck relax. Noticing any sensations in your throat. Notice the feeling in your shoulders. Breathe and feel your shoulders drop. Very subtle, breath by breath. Feel the shoulders drop down and back. Feel down through the arms, resting them into the support beneath them. Let the awareness travel down to your hands. Let go of holding or reaching. And notice the shape the hands and fingers take. Now let the awareness travel down along the back. Feel it breathe. Soften and relax into the earth. Feel the weight of the pelvis. And let go of holding on around the pelvis. Feel the strong muscles in the buttocks relax. Feel the lower belly, the pelvic floor, loosen its grip. Let the awareness flow down through the legs. And let the legs relax into what's holding them. Scan down into the ankles, the heels, the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, the toes, all of the toes. And be aware of the whole back of the body. Let the whole back of the body sink a little deeper. Feel this sense of grounding, of release. Even repeating to yourself the mantra, I can let go. Here and now, I can let go. And feel the lightness of the front of the body. Gently breathing. Now, if you have your own positive affirmation, repeat it to yourself 3 times. Or simply stay with that mantra, here and now I can let go. Notice the sounds, the energy and movement in the world around you. Notice your own sense of stillness, of calm. And when you're ready to rejoin that world, do so with that awareness of your own sense of calm. It's still there, that quiet, it's always there inside. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Let the back of the waist settle towards the earth. Gently roll the kneecaps towards your ceiling. Hold your pelvis steady. Bend one leg, foot to the bolster, and then the other leg. Roll to your side and pause on your side. Now come up gently, that awareness of how you feel. Find your seat. And then let the palms face up a little away from you. Take a breath in. Breathe out, bring the hands together. The heart, bow your head a little bit. Notice how you feel. Let something come to mind that you feel grateful for. Now take a big breath in, let the arms open, stretch up. Gather it in, draw it down to the third eye, your wisdom center, your heart center, and the earth. Namaste.